How's it going, YouTube? This is Manny from Manny Fresh Bets, bringing you my NBA first basket picks for today, February 28th, 2023. If this is the first time watching one of my videos, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys would subscribe, like, comment, and share. What can I say? We had a terrible day last night. Um, I told you guys the reason why I kind of laid off that first week after All-Star Weekend was because a lot of weird things have happened. Sure enough, the BS kept going last night. So if you guys see me looking to the side, this is where I got my whole setup, where all my notes and things. So again, last night, all we did, all the parlays were pretty much going to shit. It was bad. The only hit that we got was a straight up hit with Brandon Ingram. So at least we got that one. But just ratting off some names that got the first basket last night. It was like that last week. Reason why I kind of stayed away. And again, it keeps happening. So for the Knicks and the Celtics game, Al Horford got the first basket. Not terrible. I mean, he's gotten the first basket a few times this year, but he's hardly someone that you'll target for a first basket anyway. Then we got I think I forgot who else played, but it's just frustrating. Rodney McGruder. He's obviously a bench player, came off the bench. I think he plays for the Pistons. They were playing the Hornets. Pretty much everybody was out for the Pistons, except Wiseman, Killian Hayes, and a few others. Bogdanovich didn't play. Ivy didn't play. Just a bunch. I think Isaiah Stewart didn't even play. LaMelo Ball left the game in the third quarter with an injury. So it was Rodney McGruder. Who would have picked him as a first basket anyway? Then for the Sixers, they played the Heat, and then D'Anthony Melton hit a first basket. So it's kind of that BS that's happening since last week after the All-Star break. Again, guys, it's the reason why I kind of faded last week, but it looks like it's going to continue to happen this week. So bear with me here. We might have a rough couple of days. And again, just noting that these things are happening, you might want to take, a couple of long shots with those guys with the worst odds and second to worst odds, like the last two guys on the list. You might want to make a parlay because you never know, you might hit. It's just been that type of post All-Star weekend BS pretty much. So we got a lot of games tonight. By the way, I have there's a snowstorm here up northeast. So I wasn't gonna make a video, but I decided, let me make a quick one. Pretty much running in between working, because I work from home, so I'm working. Plus, I'm going outside shoveling, as I can. So I sneaked in the video just so you guys can have my picks. But yeah, it's just if you guys live in a place where it's hot, like I see a couple of people from like Alabama, Texas, Florida. I envy you guys because you don't have to deal with this damn snow. So on with the picks and off with my rant. The first, and again, if you guys watching the video for the first time, or if you've been watching for a while, just know I make like 2 or 3 parlays. Then I give you a long shot parlay. Then I give you my straight up picks. The first parlay that I make is something that I call my go-to guys parlay. Those are the guys that I kind of trust. I won money with in the past. Those guys that constantly are either taking the first shot in their games for their teams, or they're hitting the first basket outright. So the first game we got is the Lakers versus Grizzlies. And again, guys, this is going to be a quick video. I'm not going to go into much detail. I already did all the analysis. I'm not going to kind of ramble on like I do in most of the videos, because I got to get to work, pretty soon. But just know I did the analysis, and these are the guys that kind of popped out on the page when I did the stats and all the analysis. So for the Lakers and the Grizzlies, I mean, they've only played one game together against each other. In that game, there was no AD. Obviously, there's no LeBron. Unfortunate news for the Lakers. He's going to be out a couple of weeks, and it's going to be tough for them to make the playoffs if they're going to make a run without LeBron. So it kind of it's a bummer for Lakers fans and, you know, people, just NBA fans as a whole, because we do want to see LeBron in the playoffs, but, you know, it's going to be tough without him. So, so no LeBron. Obviously, no Adams. He hasn't been with the Grizzlies for a while now. Obviously, Patrick Beverly played that game. He's now with the Bulls. Thomas Bryant played in that game as well. He was the one tipping off against Adams. Obviously, he's now in Denver, I believe he is. And in that game, Thomas Bryant actually wins the tip. The Lakers miss a couple of shots, and then Dylan Brooks makes a layup. So, you know, the Grizzlies do have that first basket in the first game. But in terms of my pick, I'm going to go with AD. Again, a guy, this is my go-to guys parlay. AD has cashed for us plenty of times this season. There's no reason to think that he's not going to cash with us now, especially with no LeBron. He's probably going to have to be a little bit more aggressive. He knows he's going to have to pick up his scoring. So I'm going with AD in that game. Then we got the Bulls and the Raptors. They played 2 games already. These 2 teams did. Coloco started both games, so obviously no Jacob Polite. I think that's I keep messing up his name. You guys can tell me how to pronounce his name, but I kept calling him Patel, or I figured out that's not the way you say it. It's Polite or something like that. But obviously he's now with the Raptors. He's the one tipping off. He's usually pretty good with them when he was with the Spurs, and so far with the Raptors. Both games, Coloco won the tip. One game, Van Vliet makes a jumper for the first basket. The other game, Trent Jr. makes the first basket. So, it seems like the Raptors are probably going to win this tip, but I'm banking on a miss or somehow Vujicic winning this tip, and I went with Vujicic again. If you look at my Twitter, at Manny Fresh Bets, and if you've seen, been following me and seen all my picks, Vujicic has cashed for us a bunch of times in the last 2 seasons. And that's what I'm going with for this game. The next game, we got the Pacers versus the Mavs. This pick, I'm going with Luka just because he's kind of been more aggressive in the beginning of this second half of the season. He's gotten the first basket, I think, twice already in the games they played after the All-Star break. Seems like he wants to be more of that scorer. Obviously, like I told you guys, when Kyrie got traded to the Mavs, Luka's assist numbers are probably going to go down just because Kyrie does hold the ball. He's a facilitator as well, and he's ball dominant as well. So, these 2 guys are going to score. I'm banking on Luka to continue his aggressive streak. Miles Turner is he does very well with the tip-offs. And I'm just banking on a Pacer miss or somehow the Mavs winning the tip-off. I think it's Powell. Powell's not that good on tip-offs, but again, I'm banking some defense, a turnover, or something like that, and Luka wins that, gets the first basket. The next game, we got the Nuggets and the Rockets. They actually played 1 game already. Alperen Sengun won the tip, and he made the first basket as well. So, right off the rip, he wins the tip-off, he gets the ball back, and he makes, I think it was either a layup or a dunk. So he got that going for him. But again, this is my go-to guys parlay, guys that I trust. I'm going to go with Jokic. He's gotten the first basket, I think, once already since the All-Star break. He's been on fire. I think he had like 40-something points against the Clippers team. So I'm banking on him to continue to be aggressive and score often and early. So I got Jokic there. Then and I didn't pick every game on the parlays just because it's so many games. You don't want to pick so many choices. I would say, I got 5 guys in this parlay. I would say keep it at a maximum of 5. If you want, you can probably do 3 or 4. Put a little bit more money, do a round robin, and do it that way. Just because the more guys you pick, the less likely, obviously, it is, because the odds go up, less likely it is to happen. So again, keep it within 5, the maximum 5 guys. I'm probably going to do a few others, just picking 3 or 4 that I really like, and I'm probably going to post that on Twitter. Now, for this next game, it's going to be the Timberwolves against the Clippers, and I took Anthony Edwards. I think, again, if you guys been watching my videos, and following the channel and following me on Twitter. I've reiterated a bunch of times how successful Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns, when he was still healthy, how successful they are on tip-offs. They hardly miss them. And 8, 9 times out of 10, the Wolves are gonna get the first shot. They're gonna. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're gonna make the first basket, but they're gonna have the first opportunity to make a shot, or at least the first possession if they don't turn it over. So I'm going with Anthony Edwards. I think he's gonna be. I don't think he had a great game last game, so I think he's gonna be motivated, especially against this Clippers team. So I got Edwards there. So my go-to guys parlay, we got AD, we got Vujicic, we got Luka, Jokic, and then we got Ant-Man Anthony Edwards. That's my first parlay, go-to guys parlay. The second parlay, we got Jackson Jr., so Triple J for the Grizzlies. Again, I am expecting AD to probably win this tip, but Triple J has been I think we cashed with him once. He hasn't done great, but I'm just kind of thinking out loud here and seeing maybe that he can get a quick open jumper, maybe a pick and roll, maybe a tip in. So I took him there for my second parlay. For the Bulls Raptors, I went with Pascal Siakam. I know it's kind of kind of square, but he's been money on first baskets, and he's been scoring in bunches lately. Scoring 25 and up in the last couple of games. So I'm expecting him to stay aggressive and to score early in the first quarter and get that first basket. For the next game, again, a guy that I trust. You guys have heard me say it 1,000 times. It's probably getting old now, but Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday is very underrated. I've been saying it for the last 2 years. Glad he got his first All-Star appearance. He's everything for that team. I know Giannis is the MVP. He's the MVP front runner pretty much every year, but Drew is a very important piece to that team, both on the offensive end and the defensive end. You see what he did when Giannis was out with that. I think it was a hand or wrist injury. The last game, he scored like 20-something points, like 4 assists, grab rebounds, and just basically clamping down on people because he's a defensive specialist as well. So I'm gonna go with Drew there. So far we got Triple J, Jared Jackson Jr., Siakam, Drew, and then for the next game we got let's see here, the Wizards and the Hawks, and I'm gonna go with DeJounte Murray. Again, that's a guy that I kind of stayed away from him for a while, but he's kind of been picking it up, so I'm gonna start trusting him a little more now. So I'm gonna take him in that Wizards versus Hawks. No Porzingis. Again, if he was playing, I'm probably gonna take Porzingis, but he's not. So I expect Capella to win that tip off, and the Hawks to have the first shot. So I'm banking on Murray there. Then for the Kings and the Thunder, Sabonis is kind of hit or miss on the tip offs. But against the Thunder, who are undersized, I expect him to win the tip-off, and I'm going to go with the Aaron Fox. We all saw the double overtime game against the Clippers. Him and Monk just went absolutely bonkers. I think he's going to make a statement in this game as well, so I'm going to take him there. So that second parlay, we got Triple J, we got Siakam for the Raptors, we got Drew for the Bucks. We got DeJounte Murray for the Hawks, and then we got Fox for the Kings. For the third parlay, we're gonna go to the Bucks and the Nets game again. I'm gonna take a shot with Bridges. Again, like I always tell you guys, these are tough to hit, let alone straight up. But parlaying them is even tougher. So always round robin. I know it. It depletes, it makes your bankroll, deplete real quick, turn to zero real quick. But that's how you kind of, play it safer pretty much. So if we're picking 5 and only 3 hit and you got the round robin by 3s, you're going to at least make some money back. And again, picking Bridges, if the Bucks don't win the tip, if Claxton wins the tip, which is possible, or if the Bucks miss a shot. Bridges has kind of supplanted himself as the team leader, as the go-to scorer. I know we got Dinwiddie's a pretty good scorer. Claxton, he's good around the basket. Cam Johnson could hit threes. Cam Thomas is, we also his two games in a row, 40-point games. I think he was the youngest player to reach that. But Bridges is the go-to guy. He is the guy that they look for when they need a basket. And I'm expecting him to, make the first basket here. And we actually cashed with him twice already since being traded to the Nets. So I'm banking on that again. For the next game, the Pacers and the Mavs, I'm gonna go with Turner. A guy that we've cashed with again in the past as well. I'm just banking on him to maybe, take it to the basket, take advantage of Dwight Powell, and score that first shot. Then for the next game, we got the Spurs and the Jazz. I'm taking Markkanen. Markkanen is aggressive to start games. He's obviously the point scorer for that team. I think there's no Clarkson in this game, so he's gonna have to step it up again. Another guy that's gonna have to step up his scoring. So I'm going with him there. And then for the Wolves and the Clippers, I'm taking Gobert. Again, he's gonna have a size advantage on Plumlee. Plumlee's still a good defender, but I expect Gobert to make a tip in, maybe get fouled, hit a free throw, and get the first basket that way. So that third parlay, we got Mikal Bridges, we got Miles Turner, we got Markkanen, and we got Gobert. Then for the long shot parlay, again, this one is kind of, pretty much a long shot. I'm going with Desmond Bane from the Grizzlies. Then I'm taking Levine. Levine has actually hit the first basket twice since the All-Star break. So he is trying to score as much as he can. So we got Bane, Levine, Lopez for the Bucks. Lopez, he sometimes just shoots a three and he makes them in the beginning of the games, or a jump shot. So I'm taking a shot with him. Then for the Wizards, I'm taking Kuzma. Again, no Porzingis. It's only him and Beal, so they're going to have to step up their scoring. For the, let's see here. For the Kings and the Thunder, I'm taking Sabonis. Another guy that we've picked in the past and made some money with. So I'm going to go with him. For the Nuggets Rockets, I'm going to take Porter Jr. Just because, he's kind of aggressive to start games, and he's gonna get his rebounds. He's a very good rebounding guard, and I'm just kind of taking a shot with him. It's kind of a gut feeling, taking Porter Jr. there. And finally, for the long shot in the Mavs game against the Pacers, I got Kyrie. Again, ball dominant. Is gonna be Luka and him scoring. I'm banking on Kyrie there. So that long shot parlay is going to be Desmond Bane for the Grizzlies, Levine for the Bulls. We got Lopez for the Bucks, Kuzma for the Wizards. We got Sabonis for the Kings, Porter Jr. for the Nuggets, and then we got Kyrie for the Mavs. Now, in terms of my straight-up picks, in the Lakers-Grizzlies game, I'm sticking with AD and John Morant. I know it's square. I know they're they're leading scorers, but I got a feeling about AD. If he doesn't get it, I think Ja is gonna try to put on a show, and I think he's gonna get that first basket. So I got AD and Ja. Then for the Bulls and the Raptors, straight up, I'm taking DeRozan and Siakam again, two scoring leaders. They should be aggressive to start this game. And I think this game is probably going to be a close game, at least from the start. For the Nets and the Bucks, again, Bridges and Drew. Kept it simple. Guys that, we've made money in the past. Those are the guys I'm taking straight up. For the Hawks and the Wizards, I'm taking DeAndre Hunter. I looked at their last 5-6 games, and DeAndre Hunter is always coming up in the stat sheet as taking a shot very early. So I'm taking a shot with him straight up. And I also like Bradley Beal in that game as well. For the Kings and the Thunder, again, I'm going to go with DeAndre Fox. And then for the For the Thunder, I'm going with Dort. Dort is a guy that he's gonna have to score. No SGA. I think he scored over 15 points, 18 points the last game they played. It's pretty much is him and Giddey scoring. So I'm taking a shot with Dort straight up. For the Nuggets and the Houston Rockets, I'm taking Alperen Şengün again. He scored the first basket in the first game. And then I'm taking Murray. Murray has been, scoring pretty well. And he looks like he's facilitating a little bit more. He's kind of taking that role. And he's kind of helping Jokic, because obviously Jokic, is kind of a walking triple-double. Murray is taking little bit more of that role of facilitating, and I think he could make the first basket. So I took him there, as well as Şengün for the Nuggets and the Rockets game. For the Mavs against the Pacers, I'm taking Luka again straight up, and I'm taking Haliburton again. Two team leaders there. Not gonna not gonna overthink it. For the Spurs and the Utah Jazz, I'm taking Keldon Johnson. He's hit in the past. We've cashed with him in the past, and I'm taking Markkanen as well for the reasons that I explained. He's gonna have to step up his scoring with no Clarkson there. So those are my straight up picks: AD and Ja, DeRozan, Siakam, Bridges and Drew, Hunter and Beal, Fox and Dort, Murray and Şengün, Luka and Haliburton, and then I got Johnson and Markkanen in that last game. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I went through it real quickly. Didn't really go into details the way I did before in the other videos. We're dealing with a snowstorm. I got to shovel the back of the backyard. I got to shovel the front of my yard. It's just kind of it's a mess these 2 days. But again, guys, really appreciate it. If you enjoy the video, if you learned something, definitely give me a like, comment on the video, share with your friends. Follow me on Twitter at MannyFreshBets. I usually put some parlays. I didn't do anything yesterday just because I didn't feel great about the games, and I was kind of right. Those games were kind of, again, LaMelo Ball gets injured. Tatum got ejected. The 76ers somehow lost to, the Heat, who were struggling. And the Sixers were hot before that game, and they lost, I think, by 2. The Knicks beat the Celtics. So it's kind of been a weird first week and a half to the post All-Star game NBA. But I'll try to post some parlays for the NBA. I've also been doing pretty well on hockey. I don't share my hockey picks as much as I want to, just because, I'm not great with hockey. I actually gave you a person, a capper on Twitter that's pretty good. I think his name is Joker Picks or Joker Picks. He's pretty good. I've been following him. He's been giving out a lot of free picks, and they've been hitting. And I kind of do my own thing, and I've been hitting some hockey picks. Again, I'm not great on hockey, but I do all right. I hit more than I lose, pretty much. So I might post some picks there for hockey. I might post some. I know someone asked for a double parlay, and a triple-double parlay. I might put one of those. College basketball I don't really mess with because I'm not great. XFL, we've hit a couple of parlays on XFL, so I'll check the schedule and I'll post some picks there as well. Again, guys and ladies, thanks very much. Can't thank you guys enough. Let's cash some of these. Again, I'll post some more picks on my Twitter page. Make sure you follow me at MannyFreshBets. Take care, stay healthy, God bless, and we will talk soon.